I don't know. Let's try it again. Let's see. Are we live now? Oh, Dougie's like, that gummit, Dad. I'm ready to get down. Can anybody hear me or see me? I know that. I love you too. Say, what's up, Dad? Why can't anybody see us and hear us? Nobody can see us or hear us. What's going on? Let's see, who is that? Sound is good. Thanks, man. Yeah, we had a malfunction. I don't know what was going on with the other live stream. I couldn't get it to work. So I had to end it and start a new one. Where you going? See, I'm out of here. I made my appearance and now I'm out of here. You paid me my chicken jerky. Woo. Sorry about that. If y'all are at the other live feed, or go back and tell the people at the other one to come over here. I don't know what's going on. I think what it is we're in Oklahoma and the signal is terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible. So maybe some people will come on over. I don't know. Yeah, there's Trucker for Life. Sorry about that, guys. I had a malfunction, I guess, with the what do they call that? Yeah, I know, Pale Rider, live stream rookie. I don't know what happened. It's like it kept saying reconnect, and I kept trying to reconnect, and it wouldn't reconnect. And then finally, I just said screw it, ended it, and moved it over. And so we'll see what happens. Ooh, that sun's bright. There we go. That's much more better, I guarantee. But yeah, that was a little bit of a malfunction. So anyway, while we're waiting for people to come on in, I'll read off some of the people in here. Andre, what is that? Ponce? I'm gonna get it wrong. I know I am. Hello, Ponce. Ridge Runner, Trucker for Life. You make it out of Key West yet, man? That's a long way down. Pale Rider, Andre. I am in an area near the Texas line. Jason Perry, I'm surprised you was able to get in here, man. Drinking a couple of them Budweisers. Drink one from me. Mrs. Trucker Table in the house. Hello, sweetheart. Robert Clark. Oh man, you already made it back up to Wildwood. You've been turning and burning then. They must have got you unloaded pretty fast and you got out of there and got going. That's a good deal, man. Hopefully you got a load lined up for Monday. I know it's kind of hard sometimes to book loads over the weekend. So maybe you got something lined up for Monday. Usually there's some pretty good freight, you know, like I said, like we were talking about before, up there near Valdosta, Savannah, up in that area. Usually there's a pretty good bit of freight. But anyway, I was wanting to upload a video yesterday. I didn't get it uploaded yesterday. I had to get the new step fairing put on the truck, and I got it on, and it was nothing like what I thought. When I originally bought it, my thinking was it was complete, everything I needed. I would just take it, stick it on there, lock it in, be done with it. No. That's too simple. I finally got there yesterday, and what made me mad was I called ahead. I gave them a 3-hour notice. I said, hey, I'll be there in about 3 hours, be there before noon. That is hint for, please get my fender side step fairing out and have it ready when I get there. So I don't have to sit and wait. That didn't happen. When I got there, they act like they were surprised to see me after I'd done called them 3 hours earlier and told them I'd be there. And so they went and got it, and he's like, oh yeah, we'll install it. We'll just charge you for the labor. And I'm like, install it? I said, I can install it. All you gotta do is stick it on there and lock it in. And he goes, oh, no, you gotta put handles on it and all this. I'm like, handles? It don't come with handles? $1,000, and it don't come with handles? We got a problem. So they ended up giving me throwing in new handles and everything for it. So all together, getting it installed was like $300. I was like, I was mad. Plus I sat there for like over 2 hours trying to get it installed. I didn't think it was gonna be that difficult just to put a daggum step fairing on, So anyway, it looks good. I think once I get the truck washed, it'll blend, it'll match pretty good. So we'll see. But definitely feels a lot better now climbing in and out of the truck. A lot more secure stepping, footing. So yeah, glad to see that. Okay, where are we at here? Oop. Let's see. Yeah, Truck for Life, Wildwood. Big Houston. What's up, Big Houston? Are you're in Oklahoma too, ain't you, Big Houston? Any minute now, Big Houston's gonna come driving up, and I'm gonna be like, hey, jump on in, man. But yeah, because he's in Oklahoma too. I don't know if he's this far down south yet or not. Are you this far down south? I don't know. He'll tell us in a minute. Hey, Matthew. Yeah, I saw her. I think you were in the other live stream. Yeah, I tried to get it going on the other one, like I said, and I think it was just poor connection. So I went in and disconnected my Wi-Fi. I had it linked up to my other cell phone. What they call that, chain, whatever it is. But I think the other cell phone is worse than this one, so I just killed it, and then it boom, started working just fine. Okay. Yeah, so you're still a ways off from me. Yeah, Weatherford, Oklahoma. No, I'm not nowhere near there. But yeah. So anyway, I didn't get the video done yesterday because of all that crap, and I had to get a PM done on the truck, and that's a whole nother story. So we get to the Petro in Shreveport, there at Exit 8, to get the PM done. And I had done it on the app, did the service request on the TA app. However, it didn't go through, or they didn't get it. And so I had to start right then. So I ended up sitting there for like over 2 hours. They finally got me in, and to do the PM. And it was a young guy, a little young small guy, and he seemed like he knew what he was doing. He did a pretty good job for the most part. I noticed he was having some trouble getting the oil filters off, and I asked him about it, and he said yeah, they were kind of hard to get off. I said, yeah, they normally are. It's hard to get some of those Volvo filters off like that. But so he got it all done. Finally got everything, the oil in. We got everything going. He's like, crank it up. I crank it up and run a little bit. Okay, you can switch it off. Switched it off, and he did a few other things. And then a few minutes later, he goes, crank it up again. So I crank it up again, and he goes into the office like he's doing the paperwork and stuff. And I'm sitting there and the truck starts rattling like blah, 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 you know, acting funny. And I'm like, it ain't getting fuel. So I jumped out to see if there was air bubbles coming out up into the that globe, you know, because I thought maybe he forgot to take that rubber nipple off when he took the old fuel filter out. So by the time I started to jump out the truck, it just cut off. So I switched it off, and I'm standing out there and I'm looking. I looked in the trash can and I saw the old fuel filter, and there was no rubber nipple on it. And I'm like, he forgot to pull it off the little spout thing there inside the globe. So I'm standing there waiting for him to come back out. And I look over to the office and I see him, and he's motioning for me to come here. And I said, no, you come here. So he comes out there, and I said, hey man, my truck started rattling and shaking and just cut off. I said, I don't think it's getting fuel. And I said, did you take that rubber nipple off the thing? He goes, oh yeah, I took it off and threw it in the pit. And I was like, oh, okay. I said, well, I don't know what's going on then, because there's no fuel in the globe and it's not, you know, working. So he goes, well, let me prime it. I don't think I put enough fuel in the metal, because there's two fuel filters. One is a metal container, and the other one is the paper one that you see through the globe. So I had to show him how to prime it and all, because mine is weird. It has like a red cap that covers it, that's zip tied down. You have to push it off and then pump it and then put the cap back on it. So he because when you push the primer down, you're supposed to be able to push it down and lock it, but mine doesn't lock. So you have to manually hold it down all the time. So he got it primed, crunk it, and it ran, no problem. So we left it idling and go inside, pay my bill. Plus they put on new fan belts. I forgot about that. They put on new belts for the alternator, AC, fan belts. There's only 2 belts, but they put both of those new belts on. He took the old ones off. He says, you want these old belts? I said, yeah, man, let me see them. If they ain't nothing wrong with them, you know, I said I can keep them and use them in case of an emergency, in case the ones I have on here was to break. I at least, you know, I could get on down the road, put those on, you know. And so he handed them to me, and I looked at them. These belts have almost they're over 250,000 miles, almost 300,000 miles on these belts, because these were the belts that was on the truck when I bought it. They look brand new. They look like there was nothing wrong with them. You know, they look really good. So I'm gonna keep them, and if I need them, I got them. You know. So anyway, got out of there, paid my bill and everything, went out there and got parked and everything, and took Ducky for a walk and did everything we needed to do. And I just, at the end of the day, Pale Rider's live feed was coming on. I was getting ready to go to bed, you know, and I ended up not getting anything done really. And so today we got up here to where we're delivering at Monday morning. We're doing a 34-hour reset here. And so I'm going to work on the video today and tonight, and try to have it uploaded no later than first thing Monday morning. And there's some things I want to talk about in that video, and so I'll save that for that. All I'll say is it's pretty cool. I like it. I think it's something interesting, so we'll talk about that in that video. White Lion Transportation, what is up, man? What is going on? Saw you the other night in Pale Rider's live feed. Little Viking coach, wow, you're in here, cool. LVC. So hey Paul, I did say hey to Paul, didn't I? I thought I did. Well, I saw where you in the other live feed, Paul, and then that one got screwed up, so we jumped over here. But anyway, thank all you guys for coming in and catching up with me today. I appreciate it. I won't talk for long, but I was talking to some of the guys today, Pale Rider, Spooby, you know, Chucky, Provost, Big Houston. You know, we were talking earlier today, and I told him, I said, look, I said, I'm that guy that, you know, and I used the movie Who Framed Roger Rabbit, right? And Oh, trucker extraordinaire. Hey, what's going on, trucker extraordinaire? Michael Page. Hey, what's going on, man? So I used a Roger Rabbit, Who Framed Roger Rabbit movie thing to explain what I was talking about. In the movie where old boy is trying to find Roger the Rabbit, and he's hiding, and he goes, he's doing the little thing with the cane, hitting it, shaving a haircut, and he stops. Well, Roger Rabbit can't help himself. He has to go 2 bits and jumps out and he grabs him, right? Well, that is me. You cannot tell me a bunch of BS. You cannot throw it out there and then look at me and go, you believe me, right? I'm not going to just nod my head and say, yeah, okay. No. I'm going to call you on it. If I know what you're saying is not true, I'm going to call you on it. And that's just the way I've always been. Ask my wife, she will tell you, I will argue with a wall. That's just, I don't know if that's the hard-headedness in me or what it is, but yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to let something go. I'm not saying I've never done it. I'm just saying it's hard to do it. So anyway, it gets me in Facebook jail sometimes, but anyway, this isn't going to get me in Facebook jail, I don't think. I probably won't make no friends by saying this, but we're going to talk about it anyway. I get parked up here today, and I'm walking Ducky, and I'm listening to this stuff, and I'm listening to some YouTube. And I think I'd listened to some earlier. But anyway, so I'm listening to YouTube, watching some different things, some things I might have missed. And a wall of tree is stumped. See, she'll tell you, I'll argue with anything. So anyway, this there used to be some people over here at Landstar, and I really liked them. I subscribed to their channel, and I think they're kind of a fun couple. They're kind of funny, and they love doing YouTube and stuff. And they've actually been at Landstar 2 different times, and they the last time they were here, they were doing really great. They had a dedicated run, and they were running from Arthur, Illinois, up to the Northwest, and making really, really good money, doing really good. And they rented an apartment in Champaign, Illinois, and everything. So the loads that they were hauling was it was done on trailers that did not belong to Landstar. They belonged to the company whose freight they was hauling. And so they would drop the trailer there in Arthur, and then they would bobtail to their home in Champaign. And so they live in an apartment complex, right? So I understand living in an apartment complex, parking is tight. I've lived in one before. So I understand you only get 1 parking spot, maybe 2. So if you have a car, and especially if you have a big truck, trying to park in a complex is going to be hard. I understand that. Don't get me wrong. I do. But you have to, I don't know. All right, so here's what's got me kind of befuddled, or a little put back a little bit, I guess, is someone makes a mistake. Instead of owning that mistake and saying, yes, I messed up, I could have done that differently, and we wouldn't have had that result. Instead of doing that, you go in a different direction. You say that they're targeting you, or they're bullying you, or they're picking on you, or and that makes no sense. No company is gonna pick on you just to be picking on you when they have 10,000 other people and you're making them money? Why would they pick on you and you're making them money? A lot of money. Why would they do that? Why would they hire you twice just to get rid of you get rid of you, have to terminate your contract, and then tell you, hey, it's only for a year, you can reapply and come back? Why would they do all of that if they're trying to get rid of you? It makes no sense. It's because it's not true. It's not true. 5-minute phone call to Landstar Safety, and you would have been told, yes, you can park there. No, you can't park there. Either way, your butt is covered. And if you can't park there, you know to find somewhere else to park because you don't want to lose your lease. If you can park there, you got the person's name, you talked to them, they said it was okay. If it comes back, you made that call, you did what you were supposed to do, you're covered. So don't blame somebody else because you didn't take 5 minutes to make a phone call that would have avoided all of this. So, and a lot of people know, especially the people in here that work at Landstar, or at least on the Landstar, you know what I'm saying is true. I mean, I hope Trucker for Life doesn't mind me saying this, but he recently, you probably know, if you don't, go check out his channel and he'll tell you, he was in a wreck, right, where he got hit. It wasn't his fault, he got hit, and Landstar stood beside him just like they did with me. SFI, the people he has to truck through, they stood beside him, and he tells you all this in his videos, right? The one thing he might not have mentioned in the videos, and I hope he doesn't mind me saying this, is he was having some trouble getting his E-log and some other stuff settled with Landstar. So there's always going to be people that don't process paperwork fast or in a timely manner. You have to stay on them, and I told him that. He'll tell you that I told him that when you submit paperwork like that to a company, call them every day till you get confirmation everything's good. Stay on them, stay vigilant. So, but other than that, he will tell you he hasn't had any trouble over here. My buddy Jim, I think there were some issues with him going to cabs class, stuff like that. But they don't pick on you and intentionally, they want you to follow the rules and regulations. They have the rules and regulations in place for a reason. And that is probably the biggest no-no at Landstar. Everybody knows it. It's called the sitting duck policy, because they had to pay out millions in a lawsuit because somebody had parked on the side of the road and it wasn't even their fault that the other vehicle hit them. But still, whenever you go to court, it's always the truck driver's fault. So they ended up getting sued for millions of dollars, and so they came up with that sitting duck policy, and that's why they have it in place. But anyway, you know the rules when you come over here, and a 5-minute phone call would have resolved the issue before it ever got out of hand to the point where you're losing your lease. So, I was watching their video, and they were blaming Landstar. They were being asked if they might go back to Landstar, and they were like, no, I don't want to go back there and get picked on, and you can't do this, you can't do that, and all this other stuff. They don't bother me. Ask my wife. I hear from them maybe 3 or 4 times a year. I mean, they just don't bother me because I don't do stuff that draws attention. I work, I deliver my loads, I take care of everything. I had them call me the other day maybe about 2 months ago. I had a load that I was supposed to pick up, and it didn't pick up till the next day, but the load that gets me there got canceled and I couldn't get there. So I called the agent and told him, and he was like, no, that load's supposed to pick up today. And I said, no, it wasn't. It was supposed to pick up tomorrow. And he goes, no, today. So I went back and checked the rate con, and sure enough, the load was supposed to pick up that day. I didn't look at the rate con close enough to verify the day. Because we had talked on the phone, but he switched it up with the Raycon, and I didn't verify that, and so it was my fault because I didn't verify the Raycon. But anyway, still, I couldn't get there to pick up the load because my load that I was supposed to pick up to get me there got canceled, and I explained that to him. And so he was saying something to me about calling Landstar and giving them an explanation for this and that, for me failing a service failure or something like that. And I asked him, I said, dude, do you not remember calling me multiple times, canceling loads on me hours before I was supposed to pick up? I mean, y'all called me not too long ago. I was almost at the shipper when you called me and tell me that load got canceled. Did you call Landstar and give them a reason for the service failure? You know? So he's like, oh, don't worry about it. You know, he made a big deal about it and everything. Well, a couple hours later, I get a call from Landstar, and they asked me about it. And I explained to them, just like I explained to him, hey, it wasn't my fault. The load I was supposed to take to get me to his load got canceled. And I said, here's the number. You can call the agent. They'll verify. The time frame on the load got pushed back, and there was no way I could get there. You know, and I explained that to her. And it was never any bullying on her part or mine, you know. And so, but you have to talk. And that's one thing I always tell my agents when I book a load. I said, you're going to be hearing from me a pretty good bit. I said, I'll email you when I get the Raycon. I'll email you when I get there to pick up. Heck, I'll probably email you before I even get there to let you know what time I'll be there. I'll email you after I pick up. I'll email you before I get to where I'm delivering. I'll email you again when I get there. I'll email you when I get done, let you know everything was good. I said, you'll get tired of seeing emails from me. I said, because that's just the way I am. And if they'll let me email, I'll do the email. If I have to call, I have to call, and I'll call. But most of them, they'll let you email. So I do multiple emails. If you go back and look at the email thread, you'll see about at least 5 or 6 emails from me, and maybe 2 from them, 2 or 3 from them, because they don't email me back as much as I emailed them. And it's just to stay in contact. It's to document that, hey, I did touch base with you. I did make you aware of what's going on. And so I do that. And so that's the one thing. As long as you stay in contact with them and you're, you know, doing what you're supposed to do, there shouldn't be an issue. And I think that was the problem. I think this couple, like I said, I have nothing against them. I'm still subscribed to their channel. I watch their videos. I comment on their videos when they do live feeds, even when they don't sometimes, when they do regular videos. I think they're a great couple. I don't have any problem with them. And if Landstar does something wrong, I'll call them on it. You know, and I won't get on to somebody else for calling them on it. If you can show me where they did it and prove that they did it. I mean, go back and dig through my videos. A year and a half ago or so, I forgot how long ago it was. I did a video, things about Landstar that make me see red. Go back and watch it. I mean, there's things that Landstar does I don't like. And I'll tell you right off the bat. But yeah, you have to cover your butt. See, Mrs. Table gets it. She does paperwork. All right, so let me read some comments. I probably done missed out on a bunch of stuff. Let's see. Pale Rider says he knows who I'm talking about. Yeah, I figured you would. What was I saying? Yeah. See, Robert understands what I'm talking about. Okay, yeah. TJ Jones, what's up, man? Let's see, Michael. Rule number 1 with any job, communication. You are correct, sir. That's what I preach. I preach communication. Michael, how much are fixed cost at Landstar? My fixed cost for my not bobtail insurance. Oh, what is that? Oh, I forgot what it's called now. unit laden insurance or some kind of insurance that they have. Anyway, it's like $19, and then we got permits, tags. What else is there? There's something else. Anyway, on a normal month, or I'm sorry, a normal week, I think it's, I want to say $80, somewhere between $80 and $90, 85, maybe 82, somewhere in there. But it's less than $90 a week. It's what it cost me at Landstar. So, and then they get, of course, they get their 35%. So, I have fuel. I have my own. I pay my insurance separate from Landstar. So if I leave Landstar, I still have my bobtail insurance. I'm trying to get my tag. I got to hurry up and get off my sorry butt and get up there and get a tag, and then I won't be paying the money for the tag every year either to Landstar, you know. So that'll lower my fixed costs with them a little bit. But yeah, it's not that much. Now the thing about it is, when you go to Landstar and you get to orientation, they're going to sit you down. You're going to list all everything you pay out money for: gas, groceries, credit cards, any kind of loans that you have, mortgage, rent, light bill, phone bill, said all that, your truck payment, anything that you pay out money for. They want to see the list. Well, you don't have to be specific at what it is, but they want to see the amounts, right? So you add up the amounts and everything, so you know how much your monthly cost is, how much money you need to make to cover all these costs and stuff, right? So then they say, okay, so this is how much money you need to make, and this is about how many miles you're going to probably drive, so this is how much you need to make per mile, and they'll give you a number. And when they give you that number, it's usually a number that includes the Landstar 35% deduction. So like for me, I think when they did mine, it came out to be, I want to say around $225, maybe a mile or something like that. That's before Landstar's cut. So, but for myself, I put down minimum of $250. Here lately, this past year, for almost a year now, the rates have been so good, I've been putting my minimum down that when I search for a load at $270 a mile gross. So it comes out close to $2 a mile to the truck. That's what I've been pretty much averaging, even higher than that. So, you know, it's not that hard to do. A couple of guys I've been talking to that are coming over to Landstar. One guy's named Joe, and he'll be starting orientation Monday. I hope you're watching, Joe. Good luck, brother. If you need me, call me. You got my number. And he's going to be going to orientation out at Fort Worth. And he has a great truck. He has a Freightliner Coronado pre-emission, and so he has a low. I think his fixed cost, or the amount he needs to make, I don't think is going to be that high, so he'll be in good shape. Another guy, Scott, I don't know if you're watching, Scott, shoot me a text or something, let me know what's going on with you and everything, because he was talking about coming over to Landstar too. He lives, I want to say, out in West Texas, and his cost is like almost nothing. I mean, he's got really low on his bills, so he'll be in really good shape too. So it's different for everybody, you know. My truck payment's only $720 a month, but we're paying $2,500 a month, so we'll have it paid off by the end of the year. So I mean, I can shoot you, if you'll email me, I can email you a copy of one of my settlements that shows the deductions, what they deduct and how much it is and everything, if you want to know, just for curiosity's sakes. Brandon Morris, have to watch the agents, won't email you back. They will call you besides replying to your email. That's why I always email them after the phone call saying what we talked about, if it's important. Yes. Hey, what's up, Snow Lord? Yeah, Ducky, where's Ducky? He's down here on the floor asleep. Hey, Spooby, I'm not starting over. You need to go back and watch the replay. Yes, Roy, Florida plates are going to be more expensive than the ones that Landstar give us, because they give us the ones through, I think it's Indiana. Yeah, Indiana plates, so they're a lot cheaper. Little Viking Coach. Sorry, Daniel. This way. Gonna have to let you go. Hey, Daniel, what's up, bro? Man, Daniel, man, I tell you, big thumbs up to Daniel. Big props, man. He is gonna have his truck paid off here in no time. Well, I think it's like next month. And then he's got some big things planned. And man, that is just totally awesome. Getting your truck paid off that fast. That is really, really great, man. That's really cool. And from what I understand, he's going to be going somewhere where he'll have a lot of support. But he does have to watch out for the safety guy over there, because somebody was saying earlier today in Zello that he's a, what do you call it, a jackhole or something like, I forgot what it was he was saying about the safety guy over there at Light Trucking. Oh, over where you're going. Sorry, didn't mean to let that slip. So yeah. Teresa, yeah, you have to watch the replays more. Negative. What's negative? I think that's negative. Snowlords, chicken. Let's see. Yes, Landstar was a great company for me. See, Robert was there. It's pretty good. Steak. Okay, so Snowlord's having steak tonight. I forgot what I'm having. Probably meatloaf. So what you're saying is that I'll pay off my truck before you. Yes, you will have yours paid off before me, even though I bought mine before you did. Yeah, I should have been paying more on mine instead of paying the minimum. But really, really a good job, Daniel, man. We're all really proud for you, man. What was it? I will be doing my weekend live tonight after Mr. Landstar. So yeah, that's pretty cool. We were laughing about that today. Daniel going to May Trucking in May. Okay, let's see. What was that? Rig books, calculators is a great tool to help you know what your fixed cost is and what you need to run to make profit. Whoever asked. Okay, good deal. There you go. My truck will be paid off before yours. Everybody's getting their truck paid off before me. I'm gonna beat Pale Rider though. I think I can beat Pale Rider, because I think Pale Rider said his goes all the way through this year, and there's a chance I might get mine paid off by Thanksgiving. So I might beat Pale Rider. It's gonna be neck and neck between me and Pale Rider. See who's the last one to get the truck paid off. I know Snowlord's already got his truck paid off. So let's see. Chucky, he paid off his truck last year. Daniel's gonna have his paid off this year. Snowlord paid his off. I thought it was this year. I'm not sure, but I thought it was this year. And Daniel's fixing to have his paid off, then Spooby, and then me, and then probably Pale Rider be bringing up the rear. Shots fired. Okay, yeah. See, Daniel put it out there. He's going to Light Trucking. May Trucking. I told him, Daniel, if you went on May 5th, it would be like Cinco de Mayo celebration. Daniel, yeah, because you know, Daniel, he's a big fan of Cinco de Mayo. And if you get in there a day early, then you could go on May 4th. Then May the 4th be with you. Yeah. Spoopy didn't like that today. He was threatening to injure me. That was funny. Dice Man going live. What is up, man? Good to see you. Awesome. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate that. I hope I get through Indy if you're still there and we get to catch up. I'd love to have dinner with you again. We had dinner with Anthony and Serena this past weekend, and it was great getting to see them and hang out with them. And I know, I think we mentioned you once or twice. We were yeah, we were talking about his truck and getting some documents and stuff, and we'd asked about it. And yeah, so nothing but love for the Dice Man. Great company that they have up there. I'm assuming it's still going. I haven't heard, but I'm assuming it's still going. So it's a great guy to work for too. Middle trucker. My truck is a company truck. I let someone else makes the payments. That's the best ones. Trucker for life. You'll beat me. Don't worry. You'll get it paid off sooner or later. It just takes time. Hey, I got a prediction for you though, Trucker for life. I bet you pay yours off before Chucky pays his off. Because Chucky just bought a brand new truck. So you'll probably beat him. I think you got a couple years ahead of him on the payments. Okay, yeah, Spooky says last payment will be in September. Matthew, someone else who I follow was asked what his dream truck is. He said he was already in it, a paid off truck. That is correct, a paid off truck. All right, I'll do that, man. I still got your card, I think. Yeah, I was just through there. When was I through there? I came through there. Yeah, I was coming back down from Chicago, back down towards Atlanta. I think I went through there real quick. Cletus Gaming, howdy folks. Looking at going to Landstar when I get a few things worked out. Well, hey man, shoot me an email or something if you need any information, if there's something I can help you with. Just let me know. Cletus Gaming there, yeah. So I always try to, and that's another thing I do too. I don't know if anybody ever notices it, but if you go down and look in the description in my videos, every one of my videos that I put out, you'll see one of the very first things in there is a link that takes you over to get you started with the application process if you want to come over to Landstar. And hey, I'll be honest with you, man. I catch a lot of flack from other people at Landstar, other drivers of the other BCOs, you know, who think I'm flooding the market or trying to bring a bunch of people over and that's more competition and all this. And I'm like, dude, man, the other day there was over 70-something thousand loads on the load board and we only have, 10,000 drivers. So the more the merrier. I love it. I mean, I don't know. I don't think of it as more competition. I think of it as more support, because the more drivers we have, the more BCOs we have over here, the more we can expand our, I don't know how much more we can expand what we do now with logistics. I was telling someone today, we haul everything from the space shuttle to like a little 1-pound box of documents or something, from expediting in a cargo van, a hot shot truck, big super duper oversized shipping containers, just all kinds of stuff that is shipped through Landstar. So yeah, the more the merrier, man. Bring it on. And because that's just the way I look at it. I love the growth factor, because if you're growing, you're expanding, you're not retracting. And see, that's what worries me, when drivers start leaving and we start to retract and come in. I don't want to do that. I always want us to be growing, because every day we have turnover where somebody leaves, right? So every day somebody either retires, they get their own authority, maybe they find a better company they like better. There's always going to be people leaving. That's why we have to have people always coming in. We always have people being born, and that's a good thing, because we always have people that sadly are dying, So it's kind of like a circle of life. We have to have new people coming in, new blood coming in to make up for what we're losing, and that's with any company. No company keeps every employee forever. At some point they're gonna, something's gonna change. And if you don't believe me, ask Mr. Snorlord. He'll tell you at Light Trucking, they've had several guys this past year or so that have left because they got their own authority and did this, and then they're growing, expanding. Look at Chucky, he's leaving Snyder, getting his own authority. So that's another reason I like bringing in new blood, bringing in more BCOs over here. So I don't have a problem with trying to bring people over, and so it doesn't. I don't think about it, I guess, the way other people think about it, as far as it being a negative. I think of it as being a positive. So, because I'm not worried about competition, because I'm going to find my loads, and I'm not worried about that. And I try to help guys find other loads. Ask Truck for Life. I bug him all the time about loads. Man, I say, hey man, check out this load here. And I do the same with Jim and some of the other guys. So, yeah, I'm not worried about competition, not at all. A subscription to what, Spooby? Man, I'd have missed something in here. Let's see where we're at. Okay, let's see. Yeah, my wife, she's like, that's her favorite truck too, is a paid off truck. I know she's excited about us getting this one paid off this year. And if we don't have any issues, our pickup truck will be paid off next year. So we'll have all our vehicles paid for. And so that'll help out a lot. Matthew says he hopes they're leaving for local jobs or retirement. What did the Pale Rider say? What's between Daniel oh man, that's a good one there, Pale Rider. Spooby Daniel, this is Jason Perry. Spooby Daniel is getting right up. Yeah, I can already see that now. Snow Lord chewing Daniel's butt. That's gonna be good. I just wish he would do it on Zello where we could all hear. You know it's coming, Daniel. Let's see. Yes, no would be. I hope y'all are reading these comments because they are hilarious. I love it. You guys are so funny. I love reading the comments. I hope I'm trying not to neglect the video, but it's just funny reading the comments. Let's see. The reason I got my own authority, but if something happened with I'd be back. Yeah, see, yeah, Robert gets it. Yeah. So you went out and got your own authority. How's it going? Are you doing good, Robert, with your own authority? Are you doing dry van or step deck or something else, reefer? Let me know. I'm be curious to see what you're doing. I have another guy over here, a friend of mine. He's trying to find a trailer. He wants to get a trailer and pull his own trailer, right? Instead of using Landstar trailer, so he'll get a bigger percentage. And also it's one more step to him getting his own authority, because that's something that he's thinking about doing as well. So I told him, I said, man, I understand what you're saying. If you're gonna get your own trailer, get it so that it stands out from the rest of the Landstar's trailers. Get you some belly boxes so you can put blankets, extra straps and stuff in there. Get you some ramp. At least get ramps. If you don't get the lift gate, at least get the ramps, and have something that sets you aside from everybody else that'll help you get that load that I can't get pulling a company dry van, because I don't have blankets and E-track load bars, all that stuff. Sometimes there's stuff like that you need, and you can't get those kind of loads if you're a regular Landstar driver pulling a regular company dry van, because you just don't have all that stuff in the truck with you. So if you're gonna pull your own trailer to get that extra percentage, make it worth it. Get a trailer that'll set you apart from everybody else. That's what I was telling him. So he's looking into that now. I know Chucky just got him a trailer not too long ago. He's here, oh man, what, like within the last couple of weeks. And so he's fixing to be doing his thing pretty soon with his own trailer. But he's going to be doing, he's already said, yeah, he's doing dry van freight, right? So he doesn't need all the specialty stuff. And hey, John, good to see you, Bubba. Glad you made it in. Brandon, took me a minute to learn. If you get a load alert, you have about 60 seconds to figure out if you want it and or like that load. All right, I'm gonna do this because I'm not worried about, like I said, I'm not worried about competition. So I'm gonna tell you what I do, John. This is what I do. I have a friend, and he loves was it Landstar One, or it's some kind of app that's on your phone that supposedly you see the loads faster, right? than you do if you use the regular Landstar.com web page, right? Supposedly it's a little bit faster using the app, but I always use the web page just because for me it's more user friendly. So what I do is, if I'm refreshing, and that load pops in there real quick, and I see it, I see where it's going, I see the amount. Before I even click on details to read what the load is about, I go ahead and hit the call button or hit the phone number and start calling, because you're gonna have about maybe 10 seconds or so for them to pick up the phone. And then some of the people you call, you're actually gonna have to go through prompts and stuff. So during that 10 to 30 seconds, you have that much time to click the details, open it up, and just glance real fast and see if there might be something down in the comments that would throw you off why you wouldn't want to get the load. So that's the little secret to how I sometimes get the loads. If I'm watching the load board and I'm refreshing and the load pops up, a lot of times I won't even click on details. I'll just automatically call real fast, and try to get through to be that first person, because so many times I have called, and after I've looked at the load and said, would I want to take this load? And then I say, yeah, I'll go ahead and take it. And I click on call, and then they'll pick up and they'll go, she's on a call with somebody else. Can you hold on 1 minute? Yeah, I guess so. They get done booking the load and they pick up the phone and they go, yeah, I was just calling about this load here. And oh, I just covered it. And I was like, yeah, I figured you was on the phone with the other person that beat me. That has happened so many times, man. I hesitate for a minute, and then when I call in and I get the dreaded "you're on hold" thing, crap. She's talking to the guy right now booking the load, because he didn't hesitate, he just called. So that's something that I do. I just, boom, I hit call and go right to it. All right, so Robert's gonna be doing dry van. Cool. Let's see what I missed. Let's see. Okay. Now, believe it or not, Paul, there's not a whole lot of bugs on it yet. But I'm gonna get. I have not had my first truck wash since putting the new bumper on. I should have got it today, but I didn't. I wish I'd noticed that dadgum blue beacon back down there in Denton, Texas, on the other side interstate from the TA, right across the street there from the Loves. I didn't even see that blue beacon until I was crossing the dadgum overpass. If I'd seen it sooner, I could have got off and got my truck washed, because there was nobody in line. I mean, it's a beautiful day, just nobody in line getting their truck washed. So I could have got right on in there and got my truck washed. I wish I saw it quicker. I started to turn around and go back. Let's see, Sean Smith, when you gonna get you a new 860 with the turbo compound motor? You will not regret it. Sean, I don't think I would regret it, to be honest with you. But I got some priorities I got to take care of. I got some things that are more important to me right now than buying a brand new truck. I think I can squeeze maybe another 18 months out of this truck. If I can get another 18 months out of this truck, all our vehicles are paid for. This truck, our pickup truck, and then I'm in a better position, I think, to get another truck. So I want to do that first, and plus there's some other stuff I got to take care of before I get myself a new truck. But yeah, I'm definitely looking at the Volvo. I'll be honest with you. I was thinking about getting a W9, thinking about it really hard, because the price for a brand new W9 and a brand new Volvo right now, a 2022, 2021, the price is like within $5,000 to $10,000. I mean, it's really close. And so I was leaning towards the W9, but then, I had a long talk with my financial advisor, and I think, I'll be honest with you, I think it was my idea. And I said, why don't we do this? And so we're going to try that plan of getting everything paid off first, and then go from there. Because what I'm doing right now is an experiment, and I've probably said this before, is we're paying $2,500 a month on this truck, not because we have to, but because I want to pay it off before the end of this year. And I'm also doing it as an experiment, because if I can pay $2,500 a month for this truck and not have to kill myself out here driving, and I can pay all my bills and everything's good, then I know that I won't have a problem stepping into that brand new truck and paying $2,500 a month for it, because I've already done it, right? That's the experiment. We'll see. So we'll know. And then, like I said, this truck will be paid for and we'll be in a lot better position. Let's see. We're gonna sit right in. Okay. Can a driver with their own authority? I have been asked that question at least twice, Matthew, and I'm gonna say yes, because I know for a fact you can pull Landstar freight, right? I'm not 100% sure if you can pull Landstar trailers. I think you can. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure, but I believe you can. Because I used to work for a company that would pull Landstar freight, and I'd actually talk to Landstar agents and stuff like that. And I want to say I pulled a Landstar trailer before I actually did it. I can't remember, but I know for sure I pulled their freight. So I think you have to, here's what I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you have to double check to make sure, but you have to get approved by Landstar. I think you have to be approved by them. And if you are, I think you can pull their freight. Because the company that I was driving for, I think they submitted all of us for approval to Landstar, or somehow or another like that. I don't forget how it works now. But anyway, the company went through for approval, and they were approved, so we were able to haul Landstar freight. That was before I went over to Landstar. That was when I bought my first truck. Just saw the video of you installing the bumper. That was an awesome video, wasn't it, Spooby? Did you see me? I put the ratchet straps up there, and I had the bumper ratcheted up and lined it up, and boop, put the bolts in. Piece of cake, no problem, easy peasy. Let's see, snow lower, depends on your insurance. Okay, yep, exactly. See, and that's part of the, I'm sure that's part of the approval process. Yeah, life is a series of experiments. Yeah, I would look good in a W9, wouldn't I, John? I'd be styling and profiling. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right, Ghost Cat. The Volvos, like I'm in right now, I have the storage up there, I have the storage up here, I have storage up there, storage down there, storage right there. Huge refrigerator, man. It don't look that big, but it goes so far back. I mean, I got so much stuff in there, it's unreal. The bed pops up, you have a dinette table. I'm gonna take the bed where you see behind where the flag is, I'm gonna take that bunk out somehow or another. I don't know how. But I figure if I'm gonna keep the truck for a year and a half or 2 more years, go ahead and put it in the way I want it, right? So take out that bunk, and then you have a ledge. You can't see it because of the flag, but right behind that flag is a ledge. And that's what, when the bunk comes down, part of the bunk, is right above that ledge. So I'm gonna put cabinets down on the ledge, and then have them go all the way to the very top up there. And then you have like cubby holes up there across the top. And I want to put the cabinets between the ledge and that bottom of that cubby hole. So like this is the top and this is the bottom. I'm going to have the cabinets in between here wedged in, and then bolted in from the top here, and then underneath from the bottom here. And then it's not going anywhere. The cabinets will stay there because they're bolted down, right? And then I'll have all that cabinet space, and you can put little locker things on the cabinets so that they stay locked. Or you might could even get clicking cabinets that you have to click to unlock. I mean, there's a lot of different things that you can get and put up there. And I have a ton more space to put, my clothes and other stuff. And so that's what I want to do. Customize it, because think about it. If you're an owner-operator and you're buying a truck like a W9, an 860 Volvo, do you need a top bunk? Hadn't you rather have the cabinet space than the top bunk because you're sleeping on the bottom bunk? Because you're not running team if you're an owner-operator. And if you are running team, chances are it's husband-wife team. And even if it's not a husband and wife team, one of you's driving, one of you's sleeping, you know? So that's what I want to do anyway. I've already talked to my advisor about it, and I think she's on board with it too. Let's see. Good luck with finding a good trailer for sale right now. Wasn't it Chucky, man? Chucky got lucky. He found one. Pale Rider, there's thousands of trailers to sell on the radio. I don't know about those trailers, Pale Rider. Okay, so Ken and Daniel Murphy, who are over here at Landstar, awesome couple. Yes, you can pull Landstar freight with your own trailer, and you can pull Landstar trailer on a power only status hook and drop that is approved by the Landstar agent. Okay, here you go. Yeah, so yeah, that answers that. So, I mean, there's a lot of things about Landstar I don't know. I'm not claiming to know everything. So if there's something I don't know, I can try to get an answer for you. Never be afraid to email me and let me know, if there's something you want to know about. Just shoot me an email and let me know. But I know a lot of people get tired of me talking about Landstar. Because I tend to talk about them a lot, but it's just, I don't know. My wife, she can testify to this. We were, when I had that wreck, a lot of companies might have thrown me under the bus and made me the scapegoat to try to get out from paying lawsuits and all this other stuff. But they didn't. And I've always respected them for standing by me and not throwing me under the bus. So, I have a hard time bad mouthing him. And they could pull my lease tomorrow, for anything that I did wrong, And, if I get put out of service or, something, normally, I got put out of service within 60 days, within 40 days of coming back to Landstar. Within 40 days, I got put out of service. It was for like less than 2 minutes, just long enough for me to tighten an airline down, and then I was good to go. So I sent them a report, explained it to them on the phone. They put me on probation because I've been back less than 2 months and I'm already getting put out of service. They didn't pull my lease. They put me on probation. They said, don't screw up no more. Go get your truck inspected once a month for 6 months. So once a month for 6 months, I went and got my truck inspected. And it was just one of those crazy things. Who expects a blue line airline, because you have the grip handles, right? Inside of the grip handle in here, it came loose, right? But it was still in there, so you couldn't tell that it came loose. And you had to pull down on the handbrake or the foot brake to be able to do it. And so you don't normally test for that, but now I do because I figured out how to do it. Somebody told me about it. I should have thought of it myself. I didn't. But they said, get in there, pull your handbrake, step on the foot brake, whatever you want to do. This truck, if you have a Volvo, I don't know if other trucks that don't, but look at your air gauge, and mine has the pressure gauge, so it tells you how much pressure is being applied to your brakes, right? So if that doesn't go over, showing that there's pressure, then there's an issue. Also, if you don't have that pressure gauge, but you have the air gauges, pull down, and if the air is coming out, that air gauge is going to be dropping. You're going to see you're losing air. So there's things like that you can do that I could have caught it. So that was 100% my fault. I didn't catch it. It's just, but it is, like I said, it's something that you don't normally would think would happen. So, but I haven't got put out of service since then. But, if something like that happens, most of the time they'll work with you. It was just an anomaly with that. Well, I said it wasn't an anomaly. It was a violation of the policy, right? Sitting duck. That's what we started off talking about. And if you violate the policy, you're gonna get your lease terminated. If I did it right now, they'd terminate my lease. if they caught me, they found out about it. If I pull over to help somebody on the side of the road, that's a good excuse, right? No, it's not. They won't accept that. So you call 911 and get help sent out to them. You don't stop. So we can't even stop and help another Landstar driver that's broke down. And I hate that. That's one of the things I told you in my things about Landstar I don't like. And I hate that, but that's the rules and I have to follow them. And, so if I violate the rules and they terminate my lease, I'm not going to turn around and blame Landstar. It was my fault. I knew what the rules were when I came in, and I've heard about it. Everybody that's been at Landstar has heard about the sit and duck policy. If you hadn't, it's because you hadn't been talking to nobody. But you don't make it through orientation without knowing about the sit and duck policy, because it's in the safety video. So there's no reason for you not to know what the rules are, and it takes a quick 5-minute phone call to call safety and find out if you think you're violating the policies. Same way with hazmat, right? When you're hauling hazmat, if you're not 100% sure, if you need placards, don't need placards, if the placards you have are correct, if you have any hesitation that what you're doing is not right, and you know for sure that, unless you know for sure what you're doing is correct and there's some hesitation, pick up the phone, call hazmat. They have a hazmat line number dedicated just for hazmat. You call them, you shoot them a quick picture of the paperwork and everything. They'll tell you, walk you through what needs to be marked on the paperwork. They'll tell you what placards you need. They'll tell you everything word for word. You do what they say, you get a ticket, you're covered. You're not in trouble. As long as you did what they told you to do, and then you still get a ticket, you're good to go. You're not going to get in any trouble. So that's what I'm saying. And just take a minute, make that call, because they have every kind of support that you need. So when I heard that person blaming Landstar for them losing their lease because they violated the policy that they knew was there when they came, I'm not going to let that go. I'm going to say something about it, and that's the way I am. But like I said, I didn't get irate about it. I didn't go off calling them names and just blowing up. I pointed out what was actually the case there, what was going on. Okay, you getting ready to go live, Snow Lord? What time is it? Ooh, damn, I done been on over an hour? Crap, I've been on over an hour. Dang. Okay, let me get out of here. I didn't realize that. Triple T didn't pay his light bill. I know my lights are going out, ain't it? Let's see if we turn this on. How about that little mood light? A little mood lighting. But yeah, I need to get out of here. I didn't mean to be talking this long. I'm sorry, but once I get talking, my wife will tell you I don't stop talking. It aggravates the stew out of her because I always talk. She's like, I just want to go to sleep. Can we hang up the phone? All right, I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything. Anybody was asking me some questions or anything. Hey, once again, Ken and Daniel Murphy, thank y'all so much for coming into the chat tonight. I really appreciate it. I hope everything's going great over here with you guys at Landstar. I hope you're having some good luck and everything. So thank you so much for coming in tonight. I really appreciate it. Turn your light on, Triple T. All right, is that any better, Jason? I know you. Everybody just loves the pure beauty. Yeah, I'm a natural beauty. Was that? He's in the greatest country. Okay. All right. So we got everybody caught up. Yeah, is that Oklahoma? That is Oklahoma Sky. Turn it back off. Okay, Jason. Give me a minute. I'm fixing to turn it off. When you book a load with Landstar, can the broker cancel the load? Yes, the broker can cancel a load. The agents can cancel the loads. Even though it's frowned upon, you can cancel the load if something comes up. You have a family emergency, your truck breaks down. There's all kind of things that you can do that, Snorlord's already going loud. I gotta get out here. So anyway, yeah, they can cancel a load on you. They're supposed to give you as much notice as possible. They don't always do that. Sometimes they wait to the last minute. So anyway, if you're in here and you want to see some good entertainment, go over and check out Snow Lord. He is going live. So go check out Snow Lord. And again, thank you so much. I'm sorry I rambled on so long, but I hope I gave you some good information. And if you need any more information, if I have it, it's yours. I'll give it to you. Just go down in the description. You'll see my email address. Shoot me an email. You can also find me sometimes on Zello, even though I haven't been in there lately on the Trucker's Table Zello. I'm always listening, so go in there and talk or whatever, and I'll see the message. I'll try to get to you and talk to everybody if I can. But let's see, who is it? That's a Jones. Shane Jones, great video. Thanks, Shane, appreciate it. But anyway, like I said, go over and check out Snow Lord. He's fixing to go live. I don't mean to be. I'm in overtime now, stepping on his toes. So anyway, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate you guys coming in, checking out the live feed tonight. I've had a lot of fun doing it, and look for a video to be out no later than Monday morning. I promise, because I'm working on it this weekend. So y'all be safe. Have a great weekend. Don't stop chasing America. Hey, sorry. I should have shot y'all a text and let you know I was going live. Anyway, don't stop. Keep punching. And we'll see you on Snow Lord's live feed. All right.